Hey there, it's Jessica here, and today's video is for our October YouTube hop. This hop's theme is all things fall or Halloween, and if you leave a comment on this video, as well as each of our design team members' hop videos, you will be entered to win a $15 cherry on top gift certificate. I'm starting off this page using 12 by 12 watercolor paper and mixing using my koi watercolors. I wanted a nice light orange and a light pink, so my orange color has some yellow, some pink, and a lot of white mixed in with it. And my pink color has pink and white. And then I watered it down a lot, and I'm going to be using a very wet moppy brush to start blobbing on the colors. For this technique, I would use a larger paintbrush. The one I'm using is about 1 inch, and it doesn't have any hard edges, like it's not square shaped. You want it circular, and this just allows the paintbrush to hold a lot of water and really fill out the background very quickly. I want the background colors to be fairly light, so anywhere where I think the color went on too dark, I am blotting with a paper towel. I want my watercolor blob to be lighter on the outsides, so I rinsed off my brush completely, and then I'm just going around the outside edges of my blob and picking up a little bit more of the pigment from the paint. I go back and forth between adding color and adding water and dabbing it up with my paintbrush until I'm happy with it. And what I was really going for was a nice light color cloud. Then I let that dry and started adding some speckles on my page using the same orange and light pink. And a trick I like when I am trying to go for lighter specks is that I let them dry for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then I dab them up using a paper towel. And this just leaves the remnants of the splatters, and it's a lighter, more subtle version. For my pink and orange, I was trying to match it to the Luna collection from Prima, which is the collection that I'm working with for the rest of this page. But I also wanted to add some darker elements, so I'm using this new stencil butter, and it is black with a lot of shimmer in it, and it's really, really pretty. But it will contrast a lot on my light and airy background. And I think it'll make this stencil really pop off the page. So as you can see, the stencil is not 12 by 12, so I will have to move it around a bit. And I am trying to mostly focus most of the all this black in the bottom right corner, and I'll have it fade out from there. So it'll still be a lot of dark towards the bottom over on the left side, but after that I want it to get a lot lighter and fade into the top left corner. So my favorite technique to do this is to use your palette knife that doesn't really have any more paint on it, but still using it to scrape on the background, and you get like this imprint of the other side of the stencil. That's really the best way I can describe it, but you can kind of see what it did. Next, I cut out some of this spiderweb paper from the Luna collection. I cut it out in the center in case I wanted to use the rest of that page to do like a matting for this layout, but I decided not to do that. But that's a way that you can make more use of your pages when you're layering them up. Also in the Luna collection, there are a bunch of different flowers. I really like this vein that has pumpkins coming off the end of it. And then I grabbed some other flowers as well, and I like to stick all of these down using cherry foam dots. I think they give it a little bit of lift, and they stick down really well and instantly. It's not like waiting for wet glue to dry. To create a composition that I think will look good around this photo, I'm using the heavier flowers and that pumpkin vine on the right side, where I also had most of the black texture paste coming from. And then I'll try to make it with a little bit smaller flowers and a little lighter on the left side of the photo. And if you saw, I grabbed a little bit of ivory paint to paint along the edges of those green leaves. If you could see the pumpkin vine, is white paint on those leaves, and I really liked how that looked. So I added that to my plain green leaves as well. I created this layout really quickly. Once I had the background done, I wanted to keep it really simple and keep most of the emphasis on the photo and the background, and adding just a few flowers and then some crystals around just gives it that final touch. I hope this has inspired you and given you some ideas. You can use this same technique with so many different types of stencils and watercolors and texture pastes to get a bunch of different looks. So make sure to check out all of the other design team members' videos. They created some beautiful projects as well. And we'll see you back here next time. Thanks for watching.